Hey, my name is Molina, and welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about one of my favorite movies, which is Sam Raimi's Spider-Man, which came out in 2002. Spider-Man, which came out in 2002, starred Tobey Maguire, who played Peter Parker slash Spider-Man, Kristen Dunst, who plays Mary Jane, Willem Dafoe, who plays the Green Goblin, and James Franco, who plays the son of the Green Goblin, Harry Osborn. This movie is one of my favorites. I play this all the time when I was a kid. I grew up with this character. He's like one of my favorites. Like I grew up with the animated 90s TV show, the games, even the game that's based on the movie. Like they're all great. It's crazy to think that this movie was made 20 years ago and it still holds up today. You know, some of the CGI doesn't hold up as much. I'll talk about that later. But overall, the acting, I think personally, it's kind of campy, but I think Sam Raimi does a good job of bringing the campiness from the comic books into life, basically. I think it does pretty well. Some of the stuff I like really is the score by Danny Elfman is like one of my favorite scores ever, and I still like listen to it like almost every day on repeat. It's just like amazing, like especially like in the intro with the opening credits. The CGI to opening credits was okay, but the music like brings it to life and really sets the mood. The cast also is really great too. Like of course, Tobey Maguire does a really good job as Peter Parker. He plays like the nerdy part really well, and then Spider-Man part also. I think in the first one he plays like the sarcastic part of Spider-Man really well. Unlike the other movies, he kind of dulls off on that, but I think this first one does really well. Kristen Dunst, she's okay. Yeah, she's alright. Yeah, I don't have a lot of things to say. Like she plays a damsel in distress and stuff like that, and main love interest, and she's okay. James Franco I like a lot too as Harry Osborn, and I like how they setting up for future movies. Even though they didn't really do that much with it, of him becoming the next Green Goblin, and a Green Goblin, of course, played by Willem Dafoe. He's amazing in this one. Like he was like born to play this role. Basically, he's really good. I really like how Sam Raimi he does like a little duality between Peter Parker and Norman Osborn throughout the whole movie. Like especially the first 40 minutes, like the origin. It shows back and forth between the origin of Peter Parker, how he gets his powers, and Norman Osborn, how he loses his company, and he's like trying to make the serum that's basically like a super soldier serum, and he becomes a Green Goblin, and Peter Parker becomes Spider-Man. Also, in the first 40 minutes, I really like how they do the origin story, how they adapted it from Amazing Fantasy 15, which is like the first appearance of Spider-Man. How like they had the late Cliff Robinson as Uncle Ben, how like he mentors Pete, basically gives him like life lessons that everyone lives by, like great responsibility, stuff like that. I really like enjoyed that scenes, and I really like the wrestling scene too, like the Human Spider. You got Bruce Campbell, he makes like a cameo in the arena. I really enjoyed those scenes. Some of the cast members I really enjoyed was J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson, the head of Daily Bugle. You really like he was also born for this role too. Like he's like so well, like really good. The scenes were short and stuff like that, but they really count and they make the movie better. And some of the action scenes too are really good. Some of them don't hold up because of the CGI, like when Spider-Man's trying to find out the burglar who killed Uncle Ben. It looks a little off. And also some of the scenes when he first found his powers. Overall, the scene when he discovers powers, he climbs and stuff like that. The music by Danny Elfman is like amazing, but like some scenes, it's like the CGI looks okay. But it came out 2002, like almost 20 years ago, so I don't really mind it. Some of the issues I have with the movie is the Green Goblin suit. I did not like at all. I really prefer the original suit that they were gonna use with the whole animatronic mask and all that, and like really would have worked way better. Um, and like I mentioned before, Mary Jane, she was just like a damsel in distress really in this movie. And then CGI. So, but yeah, my favorite scenes include, like I mentioned before, also the climb scene, like when he first discovers powers after he beat up Flash, stuff like that. He ran to like the little alley, and like that moment when like the music plays and he puts his hand on the wall and starts climbing. Like I really love that scene. Another scene that I really enjoyed that really shows the main focus of the duality between Peter Parker and Norman Osborn was the Thanksgiving scene. I really like that scene too. Like they on the dinner table and talking, and you can see Norman Osborn figuring out that Peter Parker is Spider-Man because he sees a cut that they had the fight before when they were fighting in the fire scene when the Green Goblin destroyed the building and stuff like that. Yeah, scene Thanksgiving scene, like him figuring out, he's like, where you got that cut from and all that, and how they wore each other colors. I really liked how the Sam Raimi did that. Like Green Goblin was wearing like, I think it was red and blue, and then Peter Parker was wearing green. I really liked that. But yeah, overall thoughts with the movie, little quick thought, and just testing the waters with my channel. But yeah, I really enjoyed this movie. If I were to rate it, I'd probably give it like a classic out of 10, because like this is a classic movie. Like not even new ones can compare. Even though I like the new ones too, but this one is like top there with my comic book movies. I really enjoy it. So yeah. So thank you for watching my video. I'll be making more probably in the next few days, and yeah.